Men have different ways to look more handsome and attractive. Most of the times it's maybe our hairstyle. Well, it could be dreadlocks, it could be how we trim our hair, or it could be our baldness. Well, recently, Royal Rankings have just dropped a list of world's most baldest countries in the world. And guess what? There were 2 African countries that represented us on the list. Check it out. Alright, so African Fact Zone came in and says South Africa has the most bald men in Africa with 33.1%, followed by Egypt with 32.46%. Well, there you have it, okay? These 2 African countries represented us on Royal Rankings list of world's most baldest men, okay? So there you have it. We have South Africa, SA men having 33.1%, and then our Egyptian brothers also represented from North Africa having 32.46%. These guys have the baldest men in Africa right now with their percentage-wise, okay? So African Fast Zone did not just only share this post, they came about with the list or the rankings as they showed. So it says in this flyer saying that countries with the most bald men. Okay, so male pattern baldness affects millions of men across the globe. It is a leading online platform for hair loss treatment with over 100,000 monthly users. They surveyed 4,284 people around the globe to find out which of the baldest countries in the world are. All right, so there you have it, okay? So there's this page that people or most people go for hair treatment, and then they decided to, all right, let's check about African countries that have the most baldest or bald men in the world, okay? And then we had these 2 African countries, the Egyptians and then the South Africans representing Africa largely, all right? So let's see where they were, the number or where they were on the list. So it seems like the #1 country with the most baldest men are Spain. Then it went to Italy, France, United States of America. Then it came to Germany, Croatia, Canada, Czech Republic, Australia, Norway. So that means that if you check about this list, it seems that white countries or the white people have the most baldest or baddest people in the world, okay? The hair don't grow much like that, okay? But they have beautiful hair too. So if you check about the countries coming down to United Kingdom, Turkey, Mexico, Saudi Arabia, Ireland, Switzerland, Russia, UAE, then Finland, Greece, Chile, India, Pakistan, Portugal, Israel, Australia, and then South Africa came in down. Then you have Netherlands. So these are the African countries with the most bald head. Okay, so if you check about the list, you have South Africa, then Netherlands came between, then you have Egypt. So these 2 African countries were actually representing us for real, okay? For real. But what we'll ask, why does South Africa has the most bald or baldest men in Africa? What is the problem? Is it genetic reason? Is it a cultural reason? Or is it the lifestyle? What could be the point here that South African men decide to keep baldness or baldness? I don't know how to pronounce that right though. But which one is it, What makes South African people choose to do that, right? So when this post was shared by African Fact Zone, I decided to have a simple thing about a comment section to see what South Africans had to say about this news when it popped up on the African Fact Zone page and how they react to this news. So let's go into the comment section, right? Let's go. All right, so to our first comment, this guy came in and says, we are stressing too much about the influx of undocumented immigrants here in South Africa. They are importing all sorts of violent crimes we have never witnessed before. Well, that's a South African here. Man is saying that the South Africans are stressing too much from immigrants or undocumented immigrants in the South African, in the country itself, okay? So these things, they are importing a lot of, they believed drugs and all sort of crimes are being done by immigrants in South Africa. So these are giving them headaches and stress that they cannot stop thinking about it. Now I want to ask, how does baldness got to do with having immigrants or have a crime issue? Bro, you're talking about your hairline, bro. Your hair is not growing. What does this have to do with immigrants or undocumented people? What does this even mean by that, okay? So South Africans, let's stick to the conversation here. We all know how you guys are suffering from immigrants, as you always complain about it. We hope your authorities actually do something about it, and hope that your change of governments right now, this election that you had and all the message that you shared to your politicians for them to notice that this is what your concern is, so they actually tackle this for you this term or their turn this time around, okay? Hope for the best for South Africans, okay? But let's continue and let's stick to the topic, all right? Let's continue with the comments. All right, so this one also came under the comment section. A Kenyan came in and says, what exactly causes baldness in men? Well, that's a question she asked. What exactly causes baldness in men? All right, so this one, a South African had to say to her comment. He says, in the contest on essay, we deliberately shave our hairs bald, even women. Well, man is saying that in the contest of essay, we deliberately shave our head bald. Or should I say bald? Yeah, bald. Even women. So women in essay likes shaving their hair bald. Wow. baldness. So baldness is now something that is deliberately done by S or sons. Okay, these people have no. It's not that deep. They choose to do that. All right, that's what this comment is saying. All right, so this one also came in and says, I always cut my hair. I've been wanting to grow it, but every time I start growing, it looks untidy, and I cut it Chiscop again. It's a choice for many SA men, nothing to do with being bald. Okay, or bald. Well, that's an SA person here. Man is saying that too much hair makes him feel untidy, okay? And every time he decides to do that, then they're like, nah, man, let me cut it off. So he had a name here, he said Chiscop. I don't know if I had it right though, but Chiscop is something that I think is in SA system or is in the environment of SA that people actually practice. The man is saying that it had nothing to do with baldness or baldness, but SA people actually does it for fun or to look clean to themselves and tidy to themselves, right? Well, have to agree to that, to the point that man is saying though. Bro feels like having so much hair on your skin is nothing that is proud about. So he feels like feeling uneasy with himself is the best option. Well, I cannot judge him by that, okay? Can't be judged, all right? But if this is the reason why his sons do that, then I think I agree with them, okay? Individual preferences, I agree to this. I agree to this one, okay? I agree to this, brother. Again, this one also came in and says, did you need to expose this, my brother? Well, man had a question here. When we say that, did you guys actually had to expose this? What was the need to do this, okay? Why should you let the whole world know that SA have a lot of badness people in the country? No need to say this, okay? So African Flag Zone, no need to say this. And Vidashi Studios, no need to also share this on your YouTube page. No need to say this. Well, SA, I love you guys a lot, okay? I was just starting to know why you guys actually do that. But as I said, it wasn't anything deep. That's why I have that thing to share here. Okay, it wasn't anything. I did some research about it, and it wasn't anything deep. Is that SA people just actually feels like doing that to themselves? Okay, they're shaving their hair off. It doesn't have any health issue or anything. They feel like doing that, and I expect that from them. Okay, that's why I'm just sharing the comments of some people under the comment section. So no need to be feeling any way anyhow here. It's just fun, and we're just discussing African matters. All right, we're cool about that. We're cool. All right, so lastly, this one also came in and says, do not confuse a chest cup with hair loss. The majority of the baldness in South African men is deliberate. That's it. Man is saying that do not confuse a chest cup with baldness, okay? They deliberately, or South African men deliberately shave their head off like that, okay? So it's not that deep. It's just that they feel like doing it, and it makes them look good. Yeah, you have seen the South African head, how it's like, okay? So it's nice. They look good. Actually, they look actually good in it. So they prefer to do their hair like that. So you have to respect that part of them. And when it is some facts about Africa that we all used to know about it, okay? So if you see a lot of SA men or Sans men have been doing that hairstyle, no need to be on to say anything much, just that how they prefer to have it, okay? So my name is actually saying I was here to share with you some African facts that's trending in Africa right now about baldness, or should I say baldness in Africa. The world rankings or royal rankings have just dropped a list of the world's or countries with baldness people, and SA and Egyptians represented Africa in the list, okay? So as I said, I'm here for Africa, so definitely I'll talk about the African countries in the list. See you guys around.